Well, welcome, or first time viewers, welcome back to the channel. It's been some time again. I wanted to start this video different. I wanted to be outside. I realized that most of my videos start with me being in my car, which kind of gets repetitive, and to me it kind of got annoying. So I decided to start it different and be outside and not inside the car. So there's that. So for today's video, I did just get off work about an hour and a half ago. So pretty tired. Recently I put a post on my Instagram saying what type of video would you guys like to see next, and a lot of you guys requested for me to talk about what's my next build and what is technically the new build. So here's the thing. Obviously I don't have another car as of right now, or yet. My plan is right now is to pay off that so I can buy the next car. With that being said, there's a few cars on my list that I am looking to acquire. One of them is actually being a EM1 or EK or EJ8. An EK coupe. I really like them. I always, obviously I'm a Honda boy at heart. I grew up around them, so I want one. Definitely has to be manual. My brother has an EK coupe, and it's manual, and it's so much fun to drive. So yeah, that kind of, once he got that and I started driving it a little bit, I was like, man, I kind of want one too. And parts are everywhere. There's, you can literally meet up someone within like a 10-mile radius and they'll have some part for you that you're looking for. Like it's crazy. And like the parts are cheap on top of that, so like you can do anything. And I feel like anything you do to those cars that's tastefully done right, like you can't go wrong with it. Like if you want to go for a track build, amazing. If you want to go with a stance build, like that's good. And everyone just automatically is like, damn, that's a good looking car for the most part. So that's one of the cars that's on the list. Secondly, another car is probably a lot of you guys are probably going to get confused by this and probably give me a lot of crap for it, but it's actually a Toyota 4Runner 3rd gen. So funny thing is, I always liked the thought of camping, like living off the land, like going to the beach, fishing, cooking right there on the beach, like making your own fire. Like I like that type of stuff, believe it or not. The whole like overlanding thing, like I really like that. It seems pretty interesting to me, kind of like, weekend warrior. You pack up your car and, you go camping, like you just get away from the city life. And I think that's so amazing. And it just seems very peaceful. That is another car that's on the list. Obviously, if I do get it, I will be doing like an overland build in a way. So first, before I even do any like modifications, I would do the proper maintenance first, such as they're notorious for the ball joints, their radiator, either or. Those tend to just give out over time, and might as well just get a little bigger and better one, if that makes sense, to keep the car cool. And last thing you want to do is be out of town and your radiator blows up. Another thing is the transmission cooler. I see that as a popular thing for those also, so that is definitely something. But just overall, like maintenance wise, just maintenance first. Doing a lot of preventative things that will, possibly save my life in the long run if I were to acquire it. Last one, which a lot of you probably knew, is a 240. So the 240SX obviously is one of my dream cars. The S14 to be exact. I like both Zenki and Kuki. It really doesn't matter whichever I acquire. But with that being said, on top of that, the car market. Everyone knows that every sort of market right now is bonkers. And that's like part of the reason why the 240 is not number one on the list, is because like the reality of me getting it one is like, then without spending an arm and a leg. And as much as like a lot of people be like, oh, it doesn't matter, like, that's your dream car, like, go buy it. At the same time, like, I don't know, I'm very cautious with my money, I would say. I like to double think sometimes. Yeah. So there's that. Because if I'm looking to buy one right now, I probably would have to spend 9 to 10K on like an okay one, and probably have to spend around 15 for a good one. And like, last thing I want to do is build myself into another car loan or a huge amount of debt, because I'm not gonna hide it. I am paying this one off still. So hopefully next year that gets paid off. But last thing I want to do is pull out another car loan, or save up every penny and dime to buy my dream car, and not be able to enjoy life because I decided to get my dream car. And for some people that's actually pretty cool, and that's what they want to do, and by means go ahead. Like, but for me, I don't know, I'm very cautious with my money. So, and I guess while I'm recording, well, obviously I'm still recording, but I also want to kind of extend this video a little bit, because I don't want to just pick up the camera, record, edit, and then it'd be like a 2-minute video. I mean, as some people will probably be like, oh, he's not rambling too much, like it'll be a decent video. But still, I feel like this video should be a decent amount, well, a decent length long. So, other than that, I'll give you a little update of like what has been done to the Civic recently, or what I have planned for the Civic. I like doing these little updates because I like to come back on my YouTube channel and watch how far I had came, or what I had done in the past, best terms of speaking, like what I had done previously to the car, or overall. Previously, what I had done is added fog lights. If you didn't know, I have a 2015 Honda Civic LX, which is like the base model. So the thing about them, they don't come with fog lights, and they don't come with a sunroof. So like, it sucks. And they also come with drums brakes in the rear, which it saves you money from doing like rear brakes and stuff, because you could get up possibly up to 200,000 miles on them, but still, aesthetically wise, they don't look the greatest. But yeah, I have installed fog lights. These are like the clear ones, and I already swapped LEDs into them. Funny enough, the place I had bought it from was somewhere off Amazon. It was like a smaller company, so I bought it off of them, and I followed their instructions on how to do it. And it didn't go tremendously well at first, so luckily a few guys at the shop I work with was able to help me, and we got it sorted all out. I will show you guys too. So what we did was we tapped into the positive and negative of the battery. I did have it wired up to like a fuse, but it didn't really work out too well. I ended up blowing a lot of them. So there's that. So right here is where the fuse button sit, fog light button sit. So if I just press this, the fog lights are on. I think they look pretty clean. As you can probably tell, I already swapped LEDs into them, just because I didn't like the regular yellow lights, I guess you could say. I think they look, they look okay. I think they just don't suit like the newer car look, because most of them are just going LEDs. Also, I have a common mistake of turning on my fog lights during the day and not turning them off when I leave the car, and I end up killing the battery once or twice. So there's that. Also been thinking about trading or selling these wheels. So I said it multiple times, like the backstory about these wheels, and I truly do love them. However, I think I want something new. Like the car looks great as is, and a lot of people tell me like your car's so simple and it looks so good as is. Like there's nothing more that like it needs to be done. Maybe a whole like a little aero kit, but other than that, a lot of people said, wow, it looks good as is, just leave it. I've been in the market. I already had posted them up for sale or for trade. A lot of people had hit me up with stocks with cash on top and like, you know, reps and stuff. And like, you know, if reps is what you can afford, go ahead. Like I could care less. Besides, if they're a really bad, not a great credible company, then I'll probably I'll probably give you some crap to it, because not only like did you just buy some crappy wheels, but at the same time, I hate to see someone like you'd be like, damn, my wheel just broke off it, if that makes sense. So the thing too is so these are also 18 by 8.5 in the front and 18 by 9.5 in the rear, so it's a staggered setup. As much as it does look good, I don't know, I think I just want some polished wheels, I guess. I mean, I could get them refinished to gunmetal, and I've been contemplating whether I want to go gunmetal or gunmetal like blue. I guess that's the correct name of it, but I think blue on blue is a little cringy. I could be wrong. So yeah, I don't know, I'm in the middle about it. But then I'm also, oh, that voice crack. I'm also in the middle of whether or not I want to upgrade the tire size and go for a more aggressive tire. So right now there's 225 by 40s all around, and like it doesn't look bad, but at the same time, a lot of people have been telling me you need to step it up, like tire size wise, and I think they're right. Well, at first I was like, man, you know, it doesn't matter, it looked good to me, but now I'm starting to think like if this has a more aggressive tire setup, I think it would be looking pretty like more aggressive, if that makes sense. I mean, the front end right now already looks aggressive as is, and the side profile, but I think if I were to upgrade this tire size to like, I don't know, what would you say? So like 250s or 245s on the 8.5s and like 250s on the 9.5s, or like 255s, I guess. I don't know. I'm still puzzled by the whole side profile thing. So, but yeah, like 245s in the front and 250s in the rear, or 255s, somewhere along those lines. Is a really meaty tire setup, and I think it will really do it for this car. Obviously, it's not fast, and you know it is automatic, unfortunately, with the CVT transmission. But from next here, I'm really happy with this car. It definitely came a long way. I know I haven't posted like when I had first gotten the car, so it definitely came a long way. And I know the camera kind of has been stuck on the car, but I kind of want to keep it this way because I feel more comfortable talking like this. So there's that. Next thing. So that's that for the car. So some things to expect for the channel next. So like I said, one of my other little brothers has the EK Civic Coupe. One of the things is they're known to rust pretty badly on the quarters. Just Asian cars in general rust on the quarters pretty badly, and the dog leg. From factory, there's not much corrosion protection, unfortunately, so it's kind of setting you up from the start. But so what had happened here is on his passenger side, I'll show you on my car. I mean, I don't have rust on my car, but so in his, since he has the coupe, where the bumper mounts right here, oh, you can see, I don't know if you can see it, it's pretty dirty now. I had washed this a day ago, but so this whole section is pretty much rusted out, like his bottom quarter extension to the rear. Wheel arch, inner wheel arch too. So what I'm planning on doing is actually asking my boss to salvage an old door that's getting tossed, cut out like metal that I need, cut out all the rust, weld the inner wheel arch first, then weld the outer quarter panel. So like basically patching it, as in like some people do with their trucks. So doing that, luckily my dad has a welder, so that would be awesome. So like weld this all up, grind down my welds, and do, you know, do my body work, or, you know, as most people say, bondo, do my body work. Then I'll actually come inside of the wheel arch and spray undercoating, just to kind of like, you know, give it that like almost close factory finish. Most of the time when people do patchwork, ends up showing later down the road pretty soon, like not too long after doing it. And I think, you know, first thing is like, you know, they didn't do something correctly. But, you know, it's my brother's car, and, you know, I like to treat people's car as if it was mine, and so I want to do it as best as I can. Another unfortunate thing is he has rust on his upper aprons. Like, imagine if the fender wasn't here, but like on his upper aprons. So like this section. So that has rust and is like all pretty rusted out. So I was thinking, I seen someone do a tube front end. So like what the guy had done is he had bought some tubes, metal tubes, and trimmed them to spec. So almost like how people tube a front 240SX end. So like kind of like that. So I was thinking at the same time, either doing a tube front or doing, how would you say, kind of like taking sheet metal and like cutting out all the rust and fabricating it back how it was. But like, I guess like you could say like a shaved and tucked bay. Well, I guess, oh, actually, if you ever seen 240SXs where people cut the wheel arch and kind of like tube it and like create a new wheel well, kind of like that. But like for this, it's kind of hard to explain with just like, you know, finger and stuff. So yeah, kind of like that. And obviously I'll paint it and, you know, weld it together, you know, put some body filler on it to make it a little nicer, prime it. And then I'll actually be doing probably rubber sealing it, just because like to keep like, well, rubber sealing such as like corrosion, to make sure like no rust gets into it, just to make sure we don't have that problem later down the road, and just make obviously for another cleaner job. Most people probably won't see it, but just for me and him, we know it's properly done, and I think it would make both him and I happy. So yeah. So there's that. As most of you guys probably know or have seen in my previous video, my occupation is collision repair technician. So this is the stuff I do on a daily basis, for the most part. There's a lot to come for the channel, a lot of content. I know I say that every video, but I truly do mean it. It's not easy always picking up a camera and recording. So a little more, I guess you could say a little more personal information about my life. I'm still in school as undergrad for bachelor's. Well, I'm going for my, I don't know why I say undergrad, but I'm basically in school still for my bachelor's in business. I do that basically when I'm not at work. So it definitely takes a good bit of my time, especially that I'm going to be graduating in December for it. So right now it's pretty much grind mode and, you know, making sure everything's on set for me to graduate. And picking up a camera is not easy. But I do enjoy it. I do making YouTube videos. Obviously, I don't make any money from this, hopefully soon. But yeah, like I said, I don't make any money of this. So it's morely for content and like more fun. And like I said, I like to come back and look at my videos and see, you know, what I have done in the past. I can't wait to come back and look at this video and see where the Civic was at. And, you know, who knows, maybe the Civic, you know, will no longer be in my possession, or, you know, maybe look something different, or it may look the same. But overall, you know, only time can tell, and you can't really tell, you know, what the future holds for us. So yeah, I think that does it for this video. I am going to conclude it with some cinematics, this time on the Sony a6000. So that's awesome. Just a heads up, I also have a shoot with my good friend Brant. If you guys remember, he was the one with the, I guess you could say, like, he had the Accord sedan in my Thanksgiving vlog. I forget, man, I have no words today. I forget what the exact color, but it was basically plasti dip, I think, and it was like some crazy color, but yeah, there was that. So we're actually having a shoot soon, and I'm going to be making a video for him, and I'm going to be, you know, posting it to the channel. So definitely stay tuned for that, and follow me now. Not follow me now, but, you know, follow me on Instagram at HD_media. Excuse me. I'll be posting the link into the in the bio, obviously, well, in the description, obviously, to follow, because I've seen a lot of people have been commenting on old videos like, hey, I can't find your Instagram. So, you know, if you had subscribed from encountering my old videos, definitely will have that in the link. Another thing too is, I have made stickers recently. Totally forgot to mention that, and it probably appeared multiple times in this video. But yeah, I did make stickers. If you guys are interested, they're only $5. Reach out via Instagram DM, and, you know, I can send them your way. I can't guarantee that they'll get there ASAP because I don't have an official website. But, you know, if you want to help support me and the brand, look out. So yeah, I think that's enough for me rambling. I'm gonna get some cinematics of Old Reliable. I kind of have like a makeshift rig set up right now for it, so I can't wait to see how these turn out. So thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next one, and take care.